Welcome to yet another interesting and informative video by Crane's Varsity. In this video, we will understand the data types in C programming. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give a like. Continue our mission update from us. Without further ado, let's get started with the agenda for today's session. First, we will start by understanding what data types in C are. Next, is the classification of data types. After that, the basic data types and the modifiers. And finally, the derived and user-defined data types in C. So, I hope I have made myself clear with the agenda and we are good to get started. Now, let's begin with what are data types in C. Data types are used to notify the type of value assigned to a variable. Four basic data types in C are int, float, char and double. And the general syntax of data type is data type, variable list and semicolon at the end. Great, now that we know what are data types in C. Now let us understand the classification of data types. C data types are classified into three types. First we have basic data types, which are int, char, float and double. Then we have derived data types in which we have arrays and pointers. And finally, use the defined data types, which are in a structure and union. First, let us understand four basic data types in C. Variables of type in whole integer values ranging from -3 to 7 succeed to +3 to 767. And it occupies 2 bytes of memory size. In this example, EB and sum are the variables of type in that whole integer values. Next, the variables of type char hold a single ASCII character that contains numbers from 1 to 9, small and capital letters E to Z, and some special characters, including 2 single codes, and occupies 1 byte of memory space. It ranges from -1 to E to +127. The float data type variables occupy 4 bytes of memory space that holds the value with decimal points, that is up to 6 decimal places. For example, pi and h are the variables of type float, variance from 3.4 into 10 to the power of -38 to +38. The variables of type double hold values with decimal points and occupy 8 bytes of memory space. In this example, E is the variable of type double ranging from 1.7 into 10 to the power of -308 to +308. Now let us have a look at the modifiers in C. Modifiers in C are used to alter the properties of fundamental data types. They allow you to fine-tune how data is stored in memory or how it behaves. Common modifiers in C include signed, unsigned, short and long. Signed modifiers are used to hold both negative and positive numbers. At the same time, unsigned is used to store only non-negative numbers. So, it is necessary to prefix the modifier before the data types when required to use. The short modifier in C is used to declare a short integer data type. Size of short is 2 bytes. A long modifier is used to hold large numbers and size of long can be 4 or 8 bytes when applied to int and or 16 bytes when applied to double. The general syntax of handling modifier is modifier, basic data type, readable list and semicolon. So, in this particular example, unsigned is a modifier, int is a basic data type, and he is a variable. We cannot apply modifiers to the float data type, but we can increase the size of the double data type by using a long modifier. Also, we cannot apply modifiers long and short on the char data type. Now, let's look at the table that is used in the next range of data types and their format specifiers. You might want to take a screenshot for future reference. Okay, let's get started with char. For the data type char, signed char and unsigned char, the size is 1 byte, and its format specifier is present in 3. Next, int format specifier is %d. Unsigned int, its format specifier is %u. Next is long int, its format specifier is %ld. Unsigned long int, the size is 4 by and its format specifier is %lu. Float size is 4 by and its format specifier is %f. Double, the size is 8 bytes, and its format specifier is %lf. Next, we have long double. The size is 2 or 16 bytes depending on the compiler and its format specifier is %lf. Now, let's have a look at derived data types. As discussed earlier, array and pointers fall under derived data types. The array is the collection of elements of the same data type and that can be of int, float, char and double data types. As you all can see in this example, the array is to 6 elements of the same type of int. Next, a pointer is a variable that holds the address of another variable declared under any basic data type. In this example, the pointer variable holds the address of normal variables in which the value 50 is stored. So, I think you got a good understanding of derived data types. Let us now understand user-defined data types in C. Enum is an enumeration data type that holds constant integer values defined by the user. This index of enum digit type is enum name and list of constant. In this particular example, enum is a keyword, furniture as enum name and share table book rack would be constant. Next, the structure is a collection of elements having same or different data types. As you can see in this example, the elements declared as struct are of different data types. A variable E is of type int, and B is of type float. And finally, we have a union data type that holds the different data type elements in the same memory location. In the following example, the union is a keyword, followed by that we have a union name and then the variable list. So with this, we have come to the end of this session on the data types in C programming. I hope this session was informative and interesting. Turn it up and get certified, click here.